Oh, okay. Plan was to do a little bit of enchanting, get to training, so we can just move on to the next level whenever we hit it. Need to go to a place that has a smithy, like our front yard. Gold diamond ring. No, isn't good enough because we need a smelter. That's the bigger issue. Hmm. Well, Dawn Star should do it. Has a smelter, has a smithy. No dragons? No dragons. What are we doing? Now we have the necessary jewel. Do the enchanting here, sell the stuff immediately, level up. I really would like to push high level abilities higher rather than just get some low level abilities a little bit shittier. I'd like to get something high, as high as possible. Illusion would be the preferable one, because the real level of skill to reach is only 90 instead of 100, and it's already 80 something. It's going to be so expensive to raise if it's even possible anymore. So, and it's one of the few abilities that is raising just fine on its own. Okay, which is better, sneak or carry weight? Don't have carry weight. It's gonna be sneak then. And get a decent amount of enchanted equipment going, valuable enchanted equipment, then we could afford the more expensive training too. Because the minor problem is that we're at the same time raising enchantment, which will also significantly move us closer to the next level up. Well, if it's not going to be illusion, conjuration and destruction, it works just fine. In many ways I would prefer destruction. Simply that there the extra levels would be felt more. With conjuration we just need to reach a certain threshold. The actual skill after that really doesn't matter. It might affect cost somewhat, but because you have to cast a spell so infrequently, it won't make a big difference. With something like destruction, even a couple of points reduction in the casting cost will be felt. So our final item. Enchanting set. Detect. Well, practice. How much would illusion training cost? The guy just walked out of here a while ago. We don't have to, if we can, we don't have to take many levels of it, but a few levels would certainly be welcome. Definitely fully depends on the cost. So, Arcanium most likely. Nope. Well, some of them are here.
Where one can pursue
Just
my
not
type
the
of
one
work
we
without
want.
fear of persecution.
Yes, here you go.
Divine Smile. We have survived difficult times. Oh my. Never under... They
Wrong
can turn...
option.
There are also spells that help in avoiding conflict altogether. I shall explain to you the mysteries of the Outer Realms.
4,000 for a single level. We're only 8 levels away from getting something good. Could have trained twice. Not that bad.
Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
What can we get back? Most of the crap back. I suppose we could sell a few items. Especially the circlets. Even non-magical ones. They have a decent amount of weight. I think we're good.
Good day.
Good day, mate. I'll see if I can buy a little bit of restoration. That shouldn't be too expensive. Alteration is also acceptable, but I think restoration. Still, we need to pump up alteration usage. It has vital abilities for our long-term survival.
Restoration. Why are my research materials? I'll gladly share my knowledge with you.
Six more points. Only 6 more points. Okay, we're gonna go back to bother Master Neloth about missions. There's nothing to do. Might do some of the already started ones. but once that's done, we're definitely heading back to Skyrim again.
Captain Gallen does the business.
A new room. Burns. For testing purposes.
Curse these heart stones!
How is the robots working out?
The man makes a dreadful cup of Canis root tea. However, he seems to run the place well enough. Oh, were you fishing for a compliment, a sign of gratitude? Don't waste your time. Those things are for the weak and foolish.
Is there a problem?
I've been having difficulties with my Heartstone experiments. Have you heard of the Briar Heart?
What about them?
They are fierce warriors of the Forsworn tribes. They actually remove their own hearts and replace them with large briar seeds. It puts their life sparks in direct connection to the natural forces. I need you to examine one of them. Just investigate as much as you can. I'm going to put this memory trace spell on you, so you won't have to worry about taking notes. I doubt you could know what was important anyway.
What do briar hearts have to do with heartstones?
Well, I'm hoping to do something similar. If I could connect a living being to the forces of the Red Mountain, well, that would be formidable. I've done some experiments in this area, but, well, my test subjects are far too fragile. I'm hoping to learn some of the Briarheart techniques, their methods. I would venture out myself, but long voyages are dangerous, and risks are precisely what people like you are for. Finally.
Yes, we're going back to Skyrim.
And get back to work.
Don't mind if I do. We've already been in a place where there were 4 briar hearts. And yeah, the place where we didn't really kill anyone, we just sort of sneaked past everything. But any major site with Forsworn should have a briar heart. I'd like to find something a little bit more contained, not a huge site like that. And their encampments and sites are all over the place. Shouldn't be tough to find. my way. Okay.
Thrun? Bah!
Yeah, single arrow and we're dead. Yeah, we might want to do something about that. We have to take an armor spell. We have to properly start using it. Ah, shit. That's a bit too much. It's so easy to get accidentally hit by something like that. Protection spells like Stoneflesh are 2.5 times strong if not wearing armor. Should we invest more? They're 2 times. They can probably be 3 times strong if we invest more, but I'm not sure if that's preferable. It's a lot of points to spend. I'll push this up. It enchants something half decent now. What's our best? It's probably Iron Flesh. Friendly's weakness, what's missing here?
Thrun? Bah!
Blood Dragon this time. Exactly is hunting. Not going anywhere. Who the hell is attacking it though, besides us? Forsworn. Well, it could have gone better, could have gone worse. The important part is that it's a Forsworn side. There is a house and a mine here, so very likely a Briarheart too. Without the house as anything, it's a house. The Pavo's house. Why would Pavo's house have Forsworn in them? Or an abandoned house? Right. That's the mine, that's the real place for use here. What mine is it? No? Kolskigger mine. Iron, what? Ebony? Oh shit. Have company. Need to go. Well, maybe not. I think that a Tremora Lord can't fix. Okay, it's something he can fix. So if they can kill something like that in a few moments, it's a much tougher group than I initially thought. 4 guys coming after me. Zap zap, and that's it, that's my life. Okay. A little bit more caution warranted. Briarheart. That'll explain it, though. Powerful enough of an attack that my little resistance against that sort of thing isn't gonna matter one way. Turn invisible like right now. Might be satisfied with The moral lord should not win this. Yeah. That sucker is tough. That is tough. Magical Daedric weapon and spells. He's in half health only after killing one Demora Lord. Can heal himself, able spellcaster and everything. This is gonna be fun. Ash Guardian. I don't think this will work because of the lightning bolt. Briarheart has a range advantage, large range advantage. Yeah, it just won't matter. Can't lose to Briarheart. His entire point of being here. Sucker is tough. Kill it! Oh, thank God. He had an ebony dagger. To be fair, he's a mage. And a great example why we need to push our defensive resistances and things like that even helped up. Certain times we just can't avoid the fighting. And unless we just want to hit somewhere invisible, summoning the monster after monster after monster, we have to be able to take at least a hit or two. And currently against an opponent of that caliber, it just isn't happening. We gotta level up. And we're okay to level up. I'll start raising my stamina soon. Gotta hold on to the points again. Restoration just isn't relevant unless we can have a little bit of resistance. There's no point trying to heal through that, it's just not happening. Go. I can live with that. Briarheart might have been the best this place has to offer, but it certainly isn't the only thing. Villager. Porter. Porter is not stuff. And he's stuck. Well, whatever. The other guy still can't hit him though. Guessing the computer is predicting where the target should be. It just isn't really working out. Hmm. If he's gonna stand there, I might as well just try him.
That's your best, huh?
Feel free to pick a weapon. That's my boy. Go. Oh, decapitation strike. So pillagers start to have a little bit of a combat capability. Instead of just having do more damage and a larger health pool, they basically have perks. I think you need combat skill of something like 50 to be able to get the decapitation strike. That's gonna be our fate quite often if we try to go into melee range with some kind of a mage armor spell. It might be worth doing, especially if I suppose, if we're gonna join guilds, we might as well let the guild and flavor of the guild influence the type of gameplay we're gonna do in that area. So, learning how to do melee and survive it would be especially part of the fighter skill. The problem is, if we only start to do it when we start the fighter's guild, we're not going to be up to the task, so we should try to get some training against opponents that aren't that tough. I think the biggest problem at the moment is probably the lack of damage. We don't have perk support for one-handed fighting either. The more I think about it, the more I feel we should not start to spread around points now. We need to get certain set of abilities to 100, so we can turn them to legendary. That will lower the skill to 15, but it'll also release the perk points, so we can level it up again. There's a couple of benefits to doing it that way. There's no way we'll have enough perks if we just start to spread around too much. We just won't. There's no getting around that. We need to be able to level up more, which means we have to go legendary. So we might as well go legendary first and then start to re-level up things. It's also better that way because re-leveling is faster than leveling the first time. Especially in a skill like spell casting. because a lot of the experience you get is dependent on the level of spell you cast. So once we have access to the master level abilities, re-leveling up, especially from let's say 15 to 50 around that point, is going to be very, very fast. The only problem is I'm not sure. I'm not sure illusion should be the thing to try, because it really starts to be the something we can fully rely on when it hits the 90 line. But it's going to go back to worthlessness for a long time. And we would have to, I guess, at least with the current abilities, we would have to farm it. There's no getting around that, because our abilities would not work on most enemies. We couldn't charm them, cause fear, or get them to cause berserk. Or rather, I don't think we could afford it. The problem is we would lose the perk, so we couldn't make it happen. Even if we have some kind of master level spell, it's not gonna. We don't have the levels to make it effective. So leveling up that will not work without farming unless we get something new, something that isn't tied to our perks. Invisibility, but it's not that fast. Muffle combined with invisibility would be a decent way to farm it. I don't want to farm it. Farm it to the point where I'm basically just casting for the sake of casting it. At the same time, I don't know what master level illusion brings to us. Thing is, I can't imagine it bringing anything truly amazing. Something game changing. Because it would have to be level independent. In that sense, destruction would be a much better option. It's still useful even if you have one skill point in it, or skill level in it, and at the same time, if we can just bring the cost down, which we can do through enchanting, we can use the better abilities anyway. We're gonna do less damage because we'll have the 50% damage bonus to shock damage, but that's pretty much all we would be lacking. Also the impact. But that's not a huge deal. I mean, we couldn't rely on destruction to see us through, but we still have illusion, we have conjuration, we have stealth, so it doesn't really matter if one skill is temporarily out of use. We have enough ways to compensate for that. In that sense, it wouldn't matter if we would legendary illusion either. However, we worked long and hard to get it to the point where it might be useful against undead and things like that. So turning it to legendary, I don't like the idea unless we have a spell to get packed to some decent figures fairly quickly. Otherwise, I'm very heavily leaning towards just leaving it. Leaving it as the one skill that we will not legendary. The others, conjuration, it only affects the resurrected creatures. And we can certainly still use conjured creatures, which are frankly better than the resurrected ones at this point. much better. The resurrected ones are more fun, I suppose. Turning their own dead against them. It's more of a conceptually fun thing than it is a practical thing or a useful thing. The big problem is the levels. You just lack the levels. You can't really use their best against them. It's always the low to middle ground. Which I frankly I don't like. Because you're already... I don't like it because it sucks compared to just normal conjuration. I don't frankly see why you should limit that. You can have a level limit, but I just wish it would be higher. Like a master level spell has no limit, or it's 100 or whatever it is, so it affects all creatures. Because you're already limited by the number of corpses you have. You have to kill something to have any use for it, where conjuration is now stronger. Its cost about the same, and there's no limit to that. You just can keep spamming them. So it just compares poorly, I guess. How much carry weight do we have? We picked up quite a lot of gold out of that. I think I'll go through our manor. We also killed a dragon, so we have a lot of extra crap. I like these encounters where the game snaps us on the fingers a little bit. Because it's easy to get fairly complacent and also have doubts. Are these certain type of investments really necessary now? Couldn't I just do this and this and this to try new things? And it's a great reminder of that yes, we need the enchantment, yes, we need the resistances, yes, you have to take some armor skills here and there too, one way or another. Even if you don't intend to do fighting, you still have to survive a stray arrow here and there. And none of that is happening unless you invest. Okay, fishies have definitely respawned. Fishies. It's a bit dark in here. I don't think the light is really helping. I might have missed some fishies. Doesn't matter, I just came here to dump my equipment. When we're done with Neloth's crap, we'll expand the house to be a manor.
You lost.
Suppose we could, we are passing by cities constantly with smithing facilities. We should do some trading with them. $29 gold ingots. What I'm concerned about is the fact that we might not have enough iron and corundum when we start to build things. Have about 40 ingots worth. It's not that much. Not really when you start to really spend on things. And iron is cheap, so we wouldn't be straining our wallet to do it. We need to visit Labyrinthian too.
If you're looking for passage, talk to Captain.
Well, since we're here, I might as well see. I might as well buy the iron here. Where is the man?
The mines are open and the shop is busy again. Thank you.
Hold a moment, Mogrel. I've gotten a report that you've been harassing some of the townsfolk. Is this true?
Yes.
Can't believe I've been stuck here this long. My hands
Seriously, where's the smith?
are
See that they stay that way.
Glover Mallory's the name. If you're looking for a smith, you found one of the best.
How are things now that the mines are open again?
I've always had a steady stream of work thanks to the Redoran Guard, so it hasn't affected me much. However, I've seen the smile on people's faces, and there's hope around here once again. Something we've been lacking for a long time. Take a look.
Nordic Maze of Stunning. Stalrim arrows. No. Stalrim light boots. Light boots of sneak. And that covered the cost.
Bring your weapons and armor to me.
Now we have a much more healthier stock of iron, and it's in ingot form, which is important. I guess the main goal needs to be when we start to do. What are you doing?
I knew it.
They already kill him or what? I examined the Briarheart.
Oh, have you? Well, let me just extract those memories and I'll see if you found anything useful. I promise that any unrelated memories I run across will be kept in the strictest of confidences. Here, you deserve a bit of a reward for your efforts. That was a lengthy trip for you, I'm sure.
Good day, friend. Keeping well?
250 gold.
There are too many coincidences. There must be someone behind all of my recent troubles.
Can I help you with your research?
I'm running low on heartstones. If you have any with you, I'll buy one. Otherwise, I can tell you where you might find one.
I have a heartstone.
Excellent. I'll take it. Here, have some septums.
Okay, someone is attacking you.
Yes, I have enemies. Legions of them back in Morrowind. However, in this case, I have reason to believe it is someone in Solstheim.
I suppose you want me to kill them.
Not yet. That may come later, but first I need to identify the culprit. I've enchanted this ring to find the source of the attacks. Here, take it.
How does the ring work?
Just wear it. It will light up the source when you get close to it. I enchanted the ring with a bit of ash from the last ash spawn attack. It can follow the magical link back to its summoner.
How close do I have to be?
The link is weak, so you'll have to be within about 100 feet of the source.
How do you know you're under attack?
Ash spawn keep appearing. One night, a part of my tower mysteriously withered. Then my steward was killed. You had to find me a replacement. I've even been attacked by dragons. Do I need to go on?
Well, I'm not sure the dragons are about you.
Maybe not. I hear they've been seen over Skyrim too. Even so, there is more than enough evidence that someone is out to get me. Try walking around the grounds with the ring on.
Walking around the grounds with the ring on. Okay, thanks for the tip. I was wondering about where exactly do you want me to walk around with this horrible thing. When close enough, identifies the source of the Ashpan attacks on Neloth.
Will inherit his power. It will all.
But it makes sense to search around the tower, I suppose. And it has something's attracting the attacks here. We'll take a trip around this place, see if we can find. Oh, Ashbond, please. How much Hearthstone do we have? We used it a couple of times. Or a couple of extra ones wouldn't hurt. I'm not a huge fan of the Ash Guardian spell. It's not bad, but every time I've used it, it's been annihilated without doing all much. Might as well just cast a Dremora Lord and not have to worry about Hearthstones. Ooh, we found our target. Our spawn is skirmisher. I don't think we need the ring anymore. Hildari sarcophagus. Tap of calm. Heartstone. Okay. Mission accomplished. I like to see something work without getting too distracted. Who is Ildari?
The ash from Red Mountain holds secrets. Secrets I mean to uncover.
Okay, this Heartstone is the source of the attacks.
I've known for decades that heartstones will animate the ash, but it would have to be very close by. Where exactly did you find this heartstone?
It was in Ildari Seraphil's grave.
Ildari? Then it was my own fault. She was my apprentice before Talvis. She volunteered for one of my experiments involving heartstones. It was quite annoying when she died.
Yeah, volunteered and annoying when she died. Experiment. What did you do to her?
My necropsies of Spriggans led me to believe that a heartstone could be implanted in a person's chest, granting them great power. I was considering replacing my heart with a heartstone. Fortunately, Ildari offered to let me operate on her first. Of course, this was before your Briarheart expedition. Now I know that I did the surgery all wrong.
Yeah, there wasn't a body in the grave, just the Heartstone.
What? That's impossible. Wait, unless she didn't actually die, the Heartstone could have kept her right at the edge of life and death. Could it be? Could Ildari still be alive? Could she be my nemesis? Wait a moment, while I cast a more specific divination.
Cast away.
What can I do for you?
I call upon the powers of the sun, moons, and stars. Ildari Sarothril, reveal yourself. She lives. Seek her in High Point Tower. So, Ildari does live, after all. She thought she could hide from me, but she can't. She's holed up in High Point Tower. Go rip that thrice-cursed heart stone from her chest.
Why won't you do this?
I don't have time to go traipsing all over Solstheim. If I don't hear back from you after a while, you're probably dead. Maybe I'll send Talvis out next.
Need any help with your research?
I suppose that depends. Are you willing to be an experimental subject?
Yeah, based on what you did to Ildari, I have my doubts. What kind of experiments do you want to do on me?
Oh, nothing too dangerous. It should provide an additional spectral tether from your own life spark to the Adric realm. You would experience it as a sort of increased vigor. You would fight longer, feel stronger, that sort of thing. At least I think it will. Probably. Almost certainly. Of course, you never can tell.
I'd be glad to help.
Now stand still. It's my first time casting this spell, and I don't need any additional distractions. You won't feel a thing, but if you do, try not to scream too loudly. My ears are sensitive. Off you go. If you discover any side effects, come back and tell me straight away.
I let Neloth cast an experimental spell on me. If I discover any side effects, I should tell him right away. So when I discover any side effects, I should tell him. Eldari. Well, it should keep us busy for a while. 5-point tower. Okay. Yes. Yes. A little bit of murder, a little bit of keeping an eye out for side effects. That's not too bad.